What a day, what a day. So TorchLight got torched. And I mean that with the pun intended. You know how a lot of individuals, they say a joke and they say no pun intended, and they really did intend that pun? Well, I'm going to be honest, the pun was intended, right? So what's going on, guys? It's Justin from Push and Profit. And in this video, we're going to break down TorchLight stock, just like we broke down yesterday. We're going to talk about, what occurred today. And also, do I think that, it's time to either buy or short this stock, right? So let's go ahead and look into it, right? So yesterday, we made a video and we covered about how TorchLight, had this major sell-off, and we discussed the catalyst news with it, right? Of course, I kind of explained it better in yesterday's video, but if I need to, just provide a quick synopsis for the individuals who didn't watch that video, basically this company is on the verge of being bankrupt. They, are, taking advantage of the meme stock hype where they sold or diluted and, issued a bunch of shares. And then, they did it again yesterday or late Monday. They announced of doing it again, right? Which, of course, is great for the company because, if your stock is up tremendously, about 200%, why not issue more shares to raise money for the company, especially when you're doing bad? So that's just a quick, brief summary of what took place yesterday. And in yesterday's video, I made it very clear, right? I said, with technical analysis, you're not predicting the market. I don't know if it's going to go up or if it's going to go down, but the whole point of technical analysis is that you don't need to predict the market because you trade what the market gives you. So we just set a bunch of parameters, and we figure out what are we going to do. So in yesterday's video, I drew this trend line, right? And this was a support. Now, supports, they don't always have to, stocks don't have to adhere to supports. The stock could do whatever it wants, right? The support isn't to make a prediction. The support is to see what decision you should make, right? So in yesterday's video, I said, hey, if we touch the support and we bounce up and we cross the exponential moving average, then I'll buy in. However, if we break below the support, then we just have a lot more selling, and the next area of support could possibly be the simple moving average. Again, another area where we don't have to necessarily bounce above it and we could break through it, right? And so that was the game plan. I said, hey, if it breaks below it, then you might want to short it all the way to here. And if it breaks below here, you're probably going to want to short it even more. And so that's what took place. And I think this is what confuses a lot of individuals when it comes to trading. They think, hey, if I just buy the dip, it's going to be fine. But this is a prime example that the dip can get dippier, right? And so, you want to wait for things to sell off and show signs of confirmation of bouncing up. And clearly today there was no confirmation of anything going up. We broke below the support. We broke below the simple moving average. And so now we're in this area where honestly there is a bigger slope down, right? I mean, the next support is all the way around this area over here, right? And let me go ahead and just draw a little horizontal line so we could kind of get a better visual representation. That is the next support. And that support is very far down. And again, we don't even have to adhere to the support. We could actually touch the support and even go down further. So that could be a pain of 50% more if you're bag holding the stock. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the term bag holding, that's someone who is holding a losing stock, and they're the term comes from someone who's holding their bag open, just asking for a handout because they're losing so much money on a stock, right? And so, you don't want to be a bag holder, but that's what's going to happen if, individuals are still holding and they're not cutting their losses, right? You need to mitigate your risk when it comes to trading. And that's something that I talk about in a lot of my videos. And I think that's why a lot of individuals tend to hit the subscribe button, because what I teach isn't, hey, is this going to the moon or is this going to the bottom? I teach what to do when the stock is moving, right? Now, unfortunately for me, I was unable to short the stock. I wanted to short the stock the day it crossed below the exponential moving average right over here, simply because that's a sign that things are probably going to go down, right? And I said if it came below here, I would short it as well, right? Unfortunately, I was unable to take advantage of the short because if you guys are unfamiliar, I recently just switched to the Webull platform. And with the Webull platform, my funds were still settling, and so I'm still in a cash account. And in order to short, you're going to have a margin account, right? Now, I think a lot of, individuals who are just getting exposed to the market, they're against shorting. but shorting is a part of the market. Okay, we can't just get mad at hedge funds for just shorting. They're doing what they're gonna do. But as retail, we see a lot of momentum in these meme stocks with retails going against the short squeezes and crazy and the gamma squeezes and creating these major uptrends, right? But unfortunately for Torch stock, that just was not enough, as the catalyst of the news of them issuing more shares, along with how the company is doing fundamentally, just brought the stock further down. So in my opinion, since it's below the 1 hour simple moving average, I think this has further room to go down. Now, if we look into a 4 hour chart, because we have to look in another time frame, we see that we have this little green candle, this little spark of hope, but that simply isn't enough for me. I do not look into buying into TorchLight unless we touch the support and bounce above the exponential moving average. So I would probably short more, just waiting for my funds to settle. But again, that's just me. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at another meme stock. Let's go ahead and take a look at AMC. This is another one that I covered. Now, if you guys haven't actually heard some news, there was actually a hedge fund that got absolutely obliterated because of AMC. And actually, I'm on the wrong stock right here. We're on AM, and we're supposed to look at AMC. There we go. So AMC, I drew this symmetrical triangle pattern, right? Now, if you guys are unfamiliar with a symmetrical triangle pattern, basically it's just to indicate where the breakout is going to happen, right? If we break above here, there's more uptrend. If we break below here, there's more downtrend. And we clearly saw that once we, broke below it, there was more downtrend. However, with these meme stocks, there's no telling what can really happen, because with just a few clicks of a button, we could have someone talking more into these forums like Wall Street Bets and, just more press about it that gets retail riled up to have the stock come back up. And so we see that, AMC is now, it bounced up and now it's above the exponential moving average. So now, the whole idea of it going down is absolutely gone. Now we're back in game. AMC can still continue going up as long as we're above the exponential moving average, and as long as we break above this little trend line. If we break above that, then that is a very bullish sign for me, and that would be an indication for me to buy into AMC. In the last couple of weeks, I made great money trading stocks like AMC and even TRCH, TorchLight, when it was uptrending, right? Because these meme stocks, they provide a lot of opportunity, regardless if they're going up, regardless if they're going down. Because as we know, the stock market, it goes up, it goes down, and your job as a trader is to, profit off the fluctuation in price. Now, if you're an investor, then, of course, you're not going to profit off it going short. You're looking at it long term. And, personally, me, I'm not looking to invest in AMC. I'm not looking to invest in TorchLight because I don't see value in it. But again, at the end of the day, if you see value in it, then of course, that's really up to you, right? I'm not going to tell you what to do. But let's go ahead and see if we could find any interesting news for AMC. So, right, again, we're using the Weibo platform. We're just looking at the news. And over here we could just click a bunch of articles, and over here we see 10 of the biggest short squeezes. Really nothing interesting, just a bunch of articles going on, not much. But again, these articles sometimes do provide nice information. So if you're interested in using the Weibo platform, make sure to check out the links in the description below, because one of the links is going to be a link to join Weibo, and if you sign up with that link and deposit $100, you'll be eligible to receive 2 free stocks valued up to $2,000, right? And you may be thinking, hey, I'm not going to get a free stock of $2,000. Hey, it is possible, because when I first signed up with Weibo, I even have a video on it on this channel, I got a free share of Google, which was worth $1,200 at the time, and now Google, if we type it in, right, I believe it's this ticker right over here, Google is now worth $2,500. So just for signing up for Weibo, I got $2,500, and so that's what initially got me into Weibo, literally for the free stock. I was just going to get the free stock and just sell it. But then once I realized that Weibo was a great platform for trading, it has such a neat interface, I decided to bring my funds, some of the funds from my TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim account into Weibo. So, that's just my story with Weibo. Now, bringing it back to the topic of this video, AMC, we have a possibility of more of an uptrend, as long as we're above the exponential moving average. But in my opinion, if we break below the exponential moving average, then that's a no-go for me. That's just, more signs of a descending, pattern going down. And then as far as TorchLight, I mean, this thing has just been obliterated, but it could go further, right? The dip can get dippier. So let me know in the comment section below, what your thoughts are, what strategies you're, looking into. Are you bag holding TorchLight? If you are, let me know. Are you going to average down, average up? So it's really up to you because, there's a lot of strategies, right? And so if you watch my other videos on this channel, I have a whole playlist dedicated to trading strategies. And some of them might be helpful for you. So make sure to check out those videos. They're free, right? And if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe already. And with that being said, guys, my name is Justin from Push and Profit, and I'll see you on the next video.